Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the StarCraft Nation. Zoya here from the StarCraft Squad, and today I'm with Justin Wilson, aka VTWhiplash. How are you today, Whiplash?
Hey, I'm doing great. What's going on?
Just got done interviewing VT Desro earlier, and it went pretty well, actually, and hopefully this one goes just as great. And yeah, so first off, as I believe I read somewhere, might have been on the VT page, you used to be a modder for StarCraft, the original one, and then in 2007 you started, playing professionally. So why don't you walk us through, tell us who you are first, and then, go through your gaming history.
Sure. My name is Justin Wilson, aka Whiplash. I have been a gamer since a little kid. Got started on the Super Nintendo and stuff. Since then, I've always, been an avid gamer, I feel. I got into StarCraft probably when I was around maybe between 10 and 12, I would say. And back then, I just played for fun, and I played like Big Game Hunters or something. I didn't know anything about the pro scene. I didn't even know the pro scene existed till 2007. So I'd played the game on and off for a few years. I like to do some modding and stuff as well. I made two custom StarCraft 1 campaigns, pretty in-depth, like custom graphics and sounds and stuff, and using the advanced map editor and all that fun stuff. I don't think anyone will really care about that since everyone plays StarCraft 2 now, and I'd have to say my mapping days are definitely behind me now, at least for the known future. But I remember I was on BattleNet one day, just chilling with one of my friends, and we were just playing for fun. And this other guy messaged me, or he saw a game of mine that I play, and I guess he saw some potential in me. His nickname was like Huo or Subtoss, something like that, and he kind of really got me in the StarCraft one, and I was just fascinated by the whole scene. And I wasn't really a professional player until StarCraft 2 came out. In StarCraft 1, I just played on iCup. StarCraft 1, I got the C minus, nothing special really, but it's still not bad for somebody who got in the game so late into it, I guess you could say. And I played that for a while, and then when StarCraft 2 came out, I was just like, I'm just gonna play this game, see how good I can get at it, just play it a lot, and I got invited on the VT pretty early into the beta, and been with them pretty much the entire time since the beginning of the StarCraft 2 beta.
Awesome. So we're going to go straight into the VT Gaming then. You joined VT Gaming. Walk us through that. Did you sign a contract? How you're liking it there so far? And since joining VT Gaming, do you think overall that has improved you as a player, or do you think you'd be in the same spot if you did not join VT Gaming?
I got an invite to the team by VT God or GDR. He's unfortunately no longer on the team. He kind of doesn't really play too much anymore, but I was just like, I was playing a lot of games, and then there was like this thing for show matches, I think. I think it was Total Biscuit or something like that. They were having show matches with players, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I was doing pretty good on the ladder at the time. I remember, I'm not sure if it was before or after I joined VT, but I did beat David Kim back in the beta, PVZ. I think it was like the first game I streamed or something, and I thought I was pretty proud of myself for doing that. I was like, oh, maybe I'm actually decent at this game, but I didn't think I was actually that good at the game until I got invited on the VT, and that was in a show match between me and Goddard. Since then, I've been with the team for a long time. It's gone through a lot of rough times and good times. Like it was pretty much originally a Warcraft 3 clan, and since then it's pretty much a completely new set of people except for Mirhi, our manager, aka Frank Fields. And I think he's really just been trying to make VT a really solid organization, not just a team, but an esports organization. And you can really see that he really puts a lot of effort into the team. And we've lost a lot of good players over time to teams that can give salaries. However, most notable is Huck, now on the Liquid team. We've also had Pain User from Lazarus Gaming on our team, Animage from Complexity Gaming, and a few other guys, a few other notable players have been through VT. And it was a bit, I guess, bumpy for a while, but I think around January, maybe not even January, maybe late January, early February, our team really solidified, and we have a nice group core of players, and I don't think I really see anybody leaving anytime soon. And there is a bit of period of inactivity, I think, in February and a very, very early March, where I wasn't really part of VT Gaming, but I got active, I rejoined, And other than that, though, I've been with them pretty much the entire time, and it's been nice to see VT really mature as an organization over that long course of pretty much a year now, a bit over a year.
That's awesome to know all that about VT. And Frank Fields, I actually do have an interview lined up with him, so that's going to be pretty awesome as well. So people get to learn more about the manager of VT, which should be fun. Now, onto a user question. People want to know why you picked Protoss.
In StarCraft 1, I was a random player originally. Before I played competitively, I always picked random because I didn't really have a favorite race, although I kind of leaned a little bit towards Protoss because I was like, hey, these are the cool, powerful tech aliens. I think that's really neat, you know? So I stuck with them in Brood War, and then I saw like a Bisu play, and I was like, oh my god, I got to be like this guy. So I'd say Bisu was a bit of a factor in there as well for me being Protoss. And in StarCraft 2, I was like, I'm going to play random a lot. I actually I played a lot of random in the beta. Towards the end, I did switch to Protoss, but when the game came out, I also was random for a while. I actually got random, I think, the first week or two on the top 200. Though back then it was pretty easy to get to the top 200. I'm not going to lie. But I eventually decided to stick with Protoss, just focus on one race, mainly because it was my Brood War race, and I felt like I liked them the most. Although if I could do it again, I think I would choose Terran because they feel like a very strong, versatile race, and it's I don't want to say they're easier. I guess it's easier for them, or it would be easier for me because a lot of the weaknesses in my play are negated by being Terran as a race.
Awesome. So another viewer question: out of everyone on VT Gaming, the whole lineup, do you get along with the most, and who do you is your best practice partner?
I pretty much get along with everybody. Like we're all really close family. I'd say the people I get along, I guess, best with, though, I'd have to say is VT Az and VT Pokebunny. Pokebunny, really good player. I believe you had an interview with him as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually was the guy who recruited him on the VT, and I remember we were in the same Brood War clan, so I knew him for a while. And
yeah, he talked a lot about you in the interview.
Yeah, I remember I just played him on ladder. I saw potential, so I was like, hey, Frank, we should grab this guy. And we did, and it obviously is working really well for us. And I've known Az for a while, since the beginning when the game hit retail, and he'd pop an event every once in a while. I always thought he was a cool player. I didn't realize how smart of a player he really was, though, until he joined. He's got a lot of good strategies. We've talked a lot of theory and stuff, and he's definitely a player I could see if he was able to commit full time to the game and not have to deal with the latency issues between the U.S. and Australian servers. I think he could definitely be one of those really, really top tier players that would be really dangerous.
Awesome. Which ones are your preferred practice partners, when preparing for tournaments and stuff?
Well, it really depends on the matchup. I mean, I like practicing with everybody, to be honest. I think all our players are suitable practice partners. I can't really pick out one person I'd want to choose over another one if I wanted to practice for something specifically. So, I mean, yeah. I like everybody.
That answer makes sense. Another viewer question here is, throughout the entire StarCraft 2, what's your favorite unit you like to, play with?
StarCraft 2, I'd probably say the Colossus. I've always just thought it was a really cool unit. A huge, strong, powerful Protoss unit. Although the runner-up would definitely be the Phoenix. And I'd say I like more of a combination of those two units than just one main unit alone.
Right on. So, tell us your first professional LAN experience where you actually went out and met the players you've been practicing with.
I went to MLG Dallas last year in October, and that was just a really, really surreal experience for me. I probably had more fun there than almost anything else I've ever done. And I got to meet. I remember my teammates kept teasing me for being starstruck over seeing all these great players. I remember I freaked out when I met Nazgul, the founder of Team Perfect.
Yeah, I would freak out too.
And just a lot of these other players. I remember seeing a lot of Fnatic guys. I saw Sen in the airport. I was like, oh wow, that's Sen, dude. That guy's like a legend. And seeing all these other amazing players at MLG Dallas. I remember getting to meet and talk to Jinro and TLO personally. I got to meet my buddy Huck. I like to say, we're pretty good friends and stuff. I still like to talk to him every once in a while, even though he's busy over in Korea doing his thing. And it was just a great experience overall. I had to take out my teammate Torch, I think a loser rack around a 32, which is unfortunate. Um, VT Startail Torch over in Korea right now.
Yep.
I upset Fnatic MSI Gridtorp in the first round. I beat him 2-1. I was really happy about that. I felt like, oh wow, I can actually compete with some of these top tier players in a LAN setting, even though my hands are freaking freezing because it's really cold there. If you ever go to a LAN, I recommend bringing hand warmers, unless you like freezing hands. And I lost to LZ Gamer in a 2-1. We had some really good games, though. I think if my knowledge was a bit better, I would have probably taken him out pretty easy. I felt that I did a pretty good show, though. I think we had some pretty good games. One of our games lasted an hour long. There was battle cruisers, carriers, motherships, everything in that one, and that was a lot of fun. But overall, it was an amazing experience, and I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to go to the next MLG.
Awesome. So since we're already on the subject, are you going to the next MLG Dallas?
I am going to MLG Dallas and MLG Columbus, as far as I know.
Awesome. And are you going with VT, or are you just going by yourself?
I am officially going with VT. I'm on the roster and all that fun stuff. So, yes, I will be representing VT there.
Awesome. So let's focus on MLG Dallas a little bit here. What is your goal? I mean, of course, everyone wants to win, but what would you be satisfied with? Would it be round of 16? What are you looking for?
If I can take out another big name, that's a pretty big goal for me. Really, I want to be in the best shape I can be when I go there. I feel if I'm there and I feel like I'm in the best shape, then I can take out pretty much almost everybody as long as I play on my A game. I noticed when I was at MLG, I was a bit nervous, but I seemed to play really careful. Like I was making sure I was checking all my corners and everything. So I think if I can take out another big name there, like I took out Gridtorp and I took out Torch, I thought that was pretty good for me. I'd preferably like to get, if I can get into the round of 16 or round of 8, I'd be pretty happy with myself.
Right on. So back to viewer questions here. Who is your favorite player that you look up to the most throughout all of StarCraft 2?
OGS MC, hands down. He is best player in the world right now, by far. And his strategies are really phenomenal. They're very solid. His mechanics back him up perfectly. He's definitely #1 guy. But I also enjoy watching Huck play, and I like looking at Liquid Tyler as well.
Good choices there. I agree with most of those. Actually, all of them, really. No, okay, so those are your favorite players. If you had to pick one person to be your rival throughout all of StarCraft 2, who would it be?
That's a tough question. Let me think about that one for a second.
All right, we'll come back to it in a moment then.
Okay.
So besides StarCraft 2, or coaching or anything, what do you do in your spare time?
I really like to hang out with my friends. I feel like I have a lot of different friends and groups of people to hang out with. I really enjoy just, chilling with them. Oftentimes I can't do that because I have to devote a lot of time to StarCraft. So generally it's kind of like a toss-up of what I want to do. Other than that, though, I do enjoy music. I like to play guitar occasionally. So I'm definitely a guitar fan. I've been getting lazy, but I do like to try to work out when I can. I have a skateboard. I like to skate around every once in a while. And besides StarCraft, I am an avid gamer, so there are a lot of other games out there that I do enjoy playing from time to time, but none of them on the level of StarCraft.